In our world, everything leaves a trace. A digital footprint. A ghost in the machine that remembers where you've been, what you've bought, who you've loved. But what if someone learned to manipulate the system? What if they used the tools of modern life to build a fortress of secrets, hiding not one life, but three? This is the story of a woman, let's call her Emily, who did just that. She didn't just bend the rules, she rewrote them, creating a reality so complex it seemed impossible to maintain. Her deception was a masterpiece, a testament to how little we might know about the people closest to us. The truth surfaced not through a clever detective, but a simple, careless mistake. A single photograph that unraveled a decade of lies. It exposed a web of deceit across 3 cities, 3 homes, and 3 men who all believed they were her only husband. Emily managed to marry 3 different men, all sharing the same name, Daniel Reed. This is a deep dive into the mechanics of her audacious deception, a story that forces us to question trust and identity in the digital age. Sometimes, the most elaborate secrets are hidden in the most ordinary of lives, waiting for a single click to bring them into the light. To understand how Emily pulled it off, you have to understand Emily herself. On the surface, she was the kind of person everyone liked, charming, intelligent, and always busy. Her colleagues saw her as a dedicated professional, her friends as warm but private. No one would have described her as a criminal mastermind. Her greatest weapon was her believable normalcy. Her charisma made people want to trust her. When she said she had to fly to Tokyo for a last-minute meeting, no one questioned it. Behind this friendly exterior was a mind of astonishing organizational skill. Her life a spreadsheet of staggering complexity. The idea of her having 3 husbands was unthinkable, which is precisely why she got away with it. She constructed a life where her frequent absences were accepted, not suspicious. But even the strongest structures have a weak point, and Emily's was about to be exposed. The story begins in Osaka, spring 2018. Emily, in her late 20s, married Daniel Reed #1, a kind, stable software engineer. Their wedding was modest, their life seemingly ordinary. Daniel adored Emily's ambition, proud of her career, even if it meant frequent travel. For 2 years, their life followed a familiar rhythm. He worked 9 to 5. She managed her demanding marketing job. Her job, she explained, required travel to Tokyo and Kyoto. The late-night calls, weekend trips, always for work, always plausible. Daniel never doubted her. He trusted her completely. Emily played the devoted wife perfectly, but her deception was already in motion. Her job was the perfect alibi, covering her tracks and explaining her absences. She kept separate phones and finances, justifying it as modern independence. Daniel saw a hard-working wife. He never saw the secret world she was building. Their life in Osaka was the anchor for her audacious campaign of deceit. In 2020, while still married to Daniel Reed #1, Emily expanded her operation. On a business trip to Tokyo, she met another man, also named Daniel Reed. Whether by coincidence or design, Emily saw the shared name as an advantage. She began a relationship, cultivating a new life in Tokyo, separate from Osaka. To Daniel Reed #2, Emily was a marketing consultant who traveled constantly to Osaka. After a whirlwind romance, they married in a private ceremony in 2021. No public announcement, no social media. Now she had 2 husbands, both named Daniel Reed, in 2 cities. The shared name was a stroke of logistical genius, reducing the risk of exposure. Emily managed her dual lives with chilling efficiency, her calendar a tapestry of lies. She played 2 different versions of herself, each tailored to the man she was with. Neither man knew the other existed. As if 2 secret marriages weren't enough, Emily's web grew even more complex. In 2023, work took her to Kyoto, where she met her 3rd husband, a university lecturer, also named Daniel Reed. Whether by chance or intent, Emily saw another opportunity. The courtship followed a familiar pattern. She was the busy professional, always on the road. He found her independence attractive, never questioning her schedule. In early 2025, they married in a small private ceremony, with 3 husbands in 3 cities: Osaka, Tokyo, Kyoto. Emily's life became a logistical nightmare. Each husband believed he was her one and only, accepting her absences as part of her career. She wasn't just deceiving these men. She was conducting 3 separate lives in parallel. The audacity of it is almost impossible to comprehend. Emily's system was a masterclass in compartmentalization. She maintained 3 apartments, 3 wardrobes, 3 sets of friends, and 3 distinct social circles. Her job as a regional marketing manager was the perfect cover, providing a rock-solid alibi for her constant movement. She created a fictional work life, complete with fake colleagues and projects, to explain her absences. A separate work phone explained why she was sometimes unreachable, when in reality it was used to communicate with her other husbands. The shared name, Daniel Reed, was the linchpin of her scheme, neutralizing a common way secrets are exposed. Her schedule was planned with military precision, tracked in a private encrypted calendar. She rotated between the 3 homes, telling each husband a different story. It was a Jenga tower of lies, each block supporting the others. For years, the tower stood firm, a monument to her deception. But even the most stable towers can be brought down by a single, unexpected tremor. Emily's life was a constant performance, and she never broke character. But the cracks were beginning to show. The end came not with a bang, but with a click. January 2026. Daniel Reed, number 1, in Osaka, was scrolling through social media while Emily was away on a business trip. He stumbled upon a photo from a New Year's party, Emily, smiling, arm in arm with another man. The caption, "Great time with my favorite couple, Emily and Daniel Reed." Daniel froze. That was his name, but not his face. Confused, he dug deeper, tracing the connections online. He found the profile of Daniel Reed, number 3, the lecturer from Kyoto. Another photo of him and Emily. The pieces clicked into place. The frequent trips, the private phone, the vague answers. It wasn't work. It was another life. The confrontation was swift. Daniel, number 1, gathered evidence and waited for Emily to return. When she walked in, he simply turned his laptop toward her. The color drained from her face. The performance was over. The denial crumbled under digital proof. As her first marriage imploded, the full truth spilled out. He wasn't one of 2 husbands, but one of 3. The entire house of cards came crashing down. The aftermath was a storm of confusion, betrayal, and legal chaos. The 3 Daniel Reeds, once strangers, were now united by a bizarre and painful bond. They connected online, piecing together the timeline of Emily's deception. The realization that their marriages were not just lies, but copied and pasted scripts, was a cruel blow. Psychological experts suggested such behavior stems from a deep disconnect from empathy, a near-total compartmentalization. In Japan, bigamy is a criminal offense, and Emily faced prosecution. But the legal proceedings were secondary to the human wreckage she left behind. The men had to annul their fraudulent marriages and explain the truth to friends and family. The trust they placed in Emily was shattered, leaving lasting scars. Emily's story is a chilling modern fable, a testament to the human capacity for deception and the fragility of trust. It forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth. We may never fully know the people we love. Her triple life collapsed, but its echoes remain. A quiet warning about the devastating cost of a life built on lies.